and then it ended up burning down. This building here was a print shop down in Deer Lodge, Tennessee, in the 1880s. In 1978, Rugby had a chance to obtain it, and they moved it up here and put it on this lot. Since that time, all this equipment has been donated to us, so that we actually operate it 2 days a week as an operating printing company. The editor would have to go down to the newspaper every day and pick up the news that came in over the teletype down at the depot. He would bring it back here for his typesetter. His typesetter station is over here. He would take this, what we call a composing stick, and he would set type.
Yeah.
One character at a time, upside down and backwards. And that was the good news, because this is the size of the type that he was setting.
Oh my goodness, that's tiny.
If you go on your computer and type an M in 10-point Bookman, that's what it's going to look like when you cut it out. And he had to do that one character at a time. Now, he wasn't a professional. He could stand here all day long and just pick type without even looking at it. He could just stand here and pick type. Because he was just like a typist.
What did he put it on?
He put it on this composing stick right here.
On that.
Okay. He kept building his line upside down and backwards, and he'd just keep building lines. All he had to know was his type in correctly? Meaning, was it in upside down? Okay. Those we call nicks tell you that it was in upside down. Okay. If you see one like this, if he's setting his type and sees his row with something like that, then he'll know this type is, one of them is incorrectly. It's tough using that word incorrectly because correctly is upside down. The other thing you'll notice is only one of those has one line. The rest have two lines, okay? So if you look at the type, that Y is a different font, different style type than the RUGB. And you can tell that because it's only got one line. So there's a lot of, it's not just haphazard the way this is put together.
A lot of work. A lot of work.
Once he puts it together, now this you can see I'm doing right here. I don't want to touch it too much here. I'm building an article, okay? So if you want to come over here, we're putting together a newspaper, souvenir newspaper, okay? And this is going to be one of the articles in it, all right? This is about Abner Ross. Abner Ross was the first proprietor of our hotel here. So I'm making this, but unfortunately it's that much too long, so I got to shorten it. So that's what I'm doing.
How long did it take you to do that?
It probably took me 4 hours to set that. And now I got to take it all apart and reset it. We call that locking it up, okay? The type, you can see he puts wood around it, and he puts little what we call coins, which are tighteners, and he tightens it up so that when you touch it, nothing falls out, okay? Once he has that done, he brings it back to the press room. Now back here, I got two things to do. I want to finish the tour, and then I want to print something for them, okay? And it's going to take a few minutes because I haven't got my press running today, because I'm not open today. I'm only here to do some work.
Oh.
This press is an 1835, okay? Patented 1835. It's called a Chandler and Price. There's a lot of names for it: flywheel, platen, garden press. Over 70 years, a lot of people put different names, although the press never changed. This press was built in 1902, so today it's 114 years old, okay? It runs as well today as it did 114 years ago, and I'll show you how it runs in a few minutes. Right here is the newspaper press. This is an 1860. This is called a flat iron press because of this platen here. This is called a Washington flat iron press, built about 1860. We don't know for sure. We're still researching it, as a matter of fact. So you would take your page 1 and you would set it here, and you would take page 4 and you would set it here. You would take this ink brayer, that's called, okay, and you would ink it up. And you might say, "Self, why is that full of holes?" Okay, what did they have for materials in the 1880s? They didn't have rubber. It's vegetable oil. They made their rollers out of vegetable oil. There's microorganisms inside eating that, and there will be forever. So then you would take a piece of paper and you would hang it in this contraption here, like this, and you would drop it down over the press. Okay, let me just go ahead and do it here. Okay, I'm gonna make sure everything's out of the way. So you would put a paper in there, you would drop this down, and that holds the paper in place, and you drop it down over the press. You come over to this wheel here, and you roll it under the press. Push down on this handle, that pushes down on that plate, just about a ½ an inch. You roll it back out. You lift this up. You take the paper out, you take it out into the drying room outside those doors, you hang it on a clothesline to dry. Takes 2 days to dry. So you print 500 on Monday, you print 500 on Tuesday. Remember, we're only doing it during the daylight hours because there's no electricity here. Tuesday night, you take this all apart, you put the 2 inside pages in. Wednesday and Thursday, you print 500 each. Friday, you bring them back inside and fold them. And Saturday, they get published. It's a Saturday publication newspaper. If you've been watching the History channels lately, you'll see them reading the paper, okay? Back in the early 1800s. But you'll also notice there's no pictures in the paper, okay? And there is one in this one because this is 1889, so this is a late edition newspaper, okay? In the early editions, there's no picture. Why? Here you go. Because you have to have an artist who can engrave in lead in reverse. Okay, and here's the picture.
That's what the picture looks like.
That's what the picture looks like.
That's cool.
There would not have been many. Now this was actually found in a dump
Oh wow, it is heavy.
and donated to us.
Wow.
So we're very lucky to have it. This one here, okay, you can see how much better the quality is between the two, okay? This is 1889, so this is 9 years into what we would call our printing industry, although not printing, but in what we call the printing industry. And this was done the same way. After 1900, actually, and I shouldn't say this because they changed the process to photo engraving, but actually photo engraving started in 1820, but it just did not become a mass medium use until the 1900s. On that wall is stuff that we print all the time. You're welcome to take anything you like.
Oh, that's awesome.
And let me just ink this press up first.
They printed this on the press, guys.
And you're lucky I can ink it up.
He said
so I
you
don't
could
have
take
to
that
clean
if you want it.
Like
He said you
coming
could
back
take one of
tomorrow.
those. Yeah, he said you could take it. Donations accepted.
No, you can take anything you like. There's no donations required.
I was thinking that's the one I want. Yeah. I think that's pretty cool.
You want to what? You start the press, the rollers go up,
Oh look,
and then the plate turns.
Harmon, look. Look, he's getting the press wet. Yeah. Doomsday clock. Can you smell the ink?
Okay, I don't want to disturb that, so let's move over here. Okay.
Let's stand over here so we can see him doing it.
Who has a name with no descender in it?
You do. Harmon. Harmon.
Okay, Harmon, here you go. Let's take this composing stick right here.
Go with him.
We're gonna go put this type back where it belongs. This type is from the 1880s. There you go. Hold it like this. Okay. Hey, don't, you gotta hold it that way so
Hold
it
it
don't
tight.
fall out. Now we're gonna go back here.
Let's see.
This is Brianna, okay? So
Are you
it's
gonna
B,
spell your name?
You hold this one.
R, E,
Hold this.
N, N, A, N.
He's gonna put your name on
Yeah,
there.
okay, so now what do we got?
HARMON.
Oh, don't go that fast. H, A, upside down, okay, like that. H-A-R, M, O, N.
Yes.
Now we'll slide this over here so it's, there you go. All right, now
Let
we'll
me
take
see.
this,
Oh wow, that is so neat. That's
bring it
your-
over here.
Sorry.
Okay,
Maggie.
put that right in there. Okay. Now I gotta have something to pick up that space. I usually do that out here, but I got this thing. Now we try to pick it up to make sure nothing falls out. Okay. Now we'll put it in the press. I want to take a picture of it over here before I put it.
That's so cool.
Okay. Now we'll put that in the press. And we're going to cheat just a little. Because I have this already set up. Yeah. Let's try it without it and see what happens. How's that?
Cool.
Print a bunch.
And you stand here all day long and do that.
So how long does one ink last?
Well, oh, that depends on what you're printing. And when something like this, I can probably go 200 or 300 without having to put it on. Usually you have a helper and he just dabs a little bit on, so as it rotates, it'll
It
mix
stays
in.
perfect.
Where I do it by myself, I have to take it out. There you go. That's crooked.
What do you
okay.
say?
Now don't touch the black, okay?
What do you say, Harm?
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right,
That's
let's
really
go do another
awesome.
one.
I'll have one for all.
You like it?
Hold it like this.
for ya.
There you go. Just keep it up like that. There we go. Now bring it back.
Follow him.
Back here.
Pretty cool, isn't it?
Okay.
Now,
H.
let's look at it. You can
A.
use them for when you're reading your books.
R.
They're bookmarks.
M.
So when
Oh.
you're reading your books, you can
Yeah. Okay. What do we start with?
give one to your dad for his book.
What do we start with your name?
S.
S.
H.
H.
A. A.
That's not upside down. H. A.
N.
N.
Did you forget the W,
W.
Shauna?
W.
S-H. You don't know how to spell your name.
Yes, I actually do. I just forgot.
Ah,
S-H-A-W.
W. N.
A.
No. Can't have A. Pick another letter.
Do E, and then you can give it to Dad.
I only have limited amount of type here. I do
Aw.
have that character, but it's out here. Okay.
Hurts your hands. The middle is like
Is it heavy?
digging into my hands.
It's digging in your hand. Use both hands.
Okay. Hey, is that it? All right, bring her over here.
No.
Okay. We did that backwards. See that? Hey, even I do it wrong. It's S H A N. Wait a minute. S H A what?
W.
W. A W N A.
Yes.
We'll find out. Trust me, every day I do this, I get them wrong. Because these don't have little notches on them, so I can't
makes
tell
it
when they're
harder.
upside down. So. Now, while we're talking, if you'll look at that flag on there, you'll find something different about it. If you turn it over, it'll explain the 48. Tells you who's president, who was president, what state brought the flag in, and what state took it out. That was the longest running flag that we had prior to the one we have now.
Look, Shauna.
Right?
That's pretty cool, huh?
I like the sound of
I do like that sound. Definitely don't want any little kids around sticking their hands in there.
No.
Well, that's awesome.
There you go. Don't touch the black.
So what's this like dust at the bottom that looks like
It's sawdust to keep the oil. Those are what we call,
Soak up the oil.
in the
oh
business, we call them babbited bearings. They're just lead bearings. There's no balls in them. So they have to be oiled, and the oil just runs right through it. So we'll keep
that's
that
why
sawdust
we're-
out. We want to be. Let me look and see if I've got a Y. Where's my Y's at? Here they are, right here. That's a Y with no descender. Huh. I don't like it. That must be a different. It must be a different kind of type. Whoops. There it is. Okay.
Alright.
So let's figure out what we got to do here. Bring it over here.
I like it.
the smell.
I, B. All right. I got to move that just a hair. Boy, I got a little room. Let me get something to put in there. Let me get. Just drop that in there. That'll bring it out far enough, okay? So we can bring this up to here. Oh, am I? Oh. No, I'm gonna put something in there.
Yeah. Hey, Mom. Mark, will you stand beside the stove? Don't hit this out. I'm sorry, honey.
Give yours to Nana.
You're fine, Mom.
That's better. Okay. See, I got about a second and a half to get my fingers in and out of there without
getting them smushed. How's that?
Perfect. Thank you.